Hey, what's up, y'all? RJ here with CV Tech, and today I'm going to be discussing Boost Mobile and what you need to know. I'm going to be discussing the new ZTE Warp 7, the new unlimited Unhook'd plan that's on Boost Mobile right now. I've been on Boost Mobile for quite some time, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on Boost Mobile and this new stuff coming out, as well as some other stuff regarding Boost Mobile in this video. So hopefully you will stay around and watch this video as I try to, help you out a little bit if maybe you are trying to find a different plan, a new phone, a new carrier. Hopefully this here might sway you over to Boost Mobile a little bit. So now I am not sponsored by Boost Mobile. This is just my personal opinion of Boost Mobile and their overall service. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and put my other eyes on here so I can see what I am looking at, because now I can actually see. So I'm currently using my ZTE Warp Elite. It's my current daily driver right now. It's still a really good phone. It's over a year old, but it works flawlessly, other than, of course, my battery not being that good. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. So first thing I want to look up here is the new Unlimited Unhook'd plan. Now this plan is really dominant over any other prepaid plan as far as unlimited goes in the price. Now their previous price was $60 a month for unlimited everything, and now the price has dropped $10 a month to only $50 a month for unlimited everything. It's optimized streaming videos and music, and unlimited 4G LTE for everything else. So it's unlimited for $50 a month. I'm going to scroll down here to the small prints and the terms and that stuff of nature. It says streaming is optimized with video streams at up to 480p plus resolution and music streams at extreme quality up to 500 kilobytes per second. Of course, there is no annual service contracts, which is big thumbs up in my book, because contracts, I'm not crazy about contracts. I don't like contracts at all. You can get up to 5 lines total on a family plan with this. Now it says here, it says, okay, right here it says unlimited voice and data services are on network only. Unlimited 4G LTE were available. Once plan high-speed allotment reached, speeds reduced to 2G speeds until monthly cycle ends. $50 plan, data deprioritization applies during congestion. So that means that if you go over, down here it says that if you go over 23 gigabytes of data, then you will be in that category to where you will be lowered in a congested area versus others with lower, maybe not use quite as much data. So while it won't be throttled to 2G speeds, you might go from 30 download to like 10. I don't know how that works and everything else, but at least you won't be dropped down to 120 kilobits, and you will be, lowered down during congestion times, but you still will have unlimited 4G LTE, which is a major thumbs up. Now another thing is I've heard some people want to know about hotspot, and is it included on the new $50 plan for Boost Mobile? And yes, it is, which is very awesome that they still kept this hotspot plan with this new plan. Now it is, it does draw from your plan's high-speed data allotment, or limited to 8 gigabytes if on the $50 plan. So $50 plan, 8 gigabytes, what you can use max for hotspot. So that's plenty of data in my book for hotspot. Like it says right here, unlimited and Unhook'd customers who use more than 23 gigabytes of data during a billing cycle will be deprioritized during times and places where the Sprint network is constrained. So that, like I said a minute ago, you will be, slowed down some during congested areas. If you are a power user, use a whole lot of gigabytes, people with less gigabytes are going to get more of a priority than you will. So still not a big deal though. I mean, $50 a month for unlimited everything. No prepaid carrier can outdo that right now. Also, another good thing about it is auto reboost. They knock off $5 a month. Now this is from what I've heard. I can't 100% guarantee this, but from what I have read and seen from actual Boost representatives, that if you change to this plan here, that if you sign up for this plan, auto reboost, $45 a month. So with taxes and all, you can still get out for under $50 a month for unlimited everything. And I still gotta say, there's not a plan out there that's gonna do better than that. And I really believe that Boost Mobile is heading in the right direction by doing this. I mean, you know, they have another plan as well. It's called the Unlimited Starter. Begins at $30 a month, and you get 1 gigabyte of high-speed data, 2 gigabytes. If you want more LTE, you can add on data packs. 2 gigabytes is $10 a month, while 1 gigabyte is $5 a month. So if you add 2 extra gigabytes, that's 3 gigabytes. You're going to be paying $40 a month. For $8-9 more, you can get unlimited everything. So really, why would you go unlimited starter when you can go, you know, there you go. So yeah, unlimited family out of line for $30 a month for unlimited starter or unlimited hook plan. So it's you know $30 a month is going to be what each line costs. So that's still a really good deal compared. Now I know everyone says, you know, well, Boost Mobile has no coverage everywhere, and of course Boost Mobile does have sporadic coverage if you live in a big area, especially here in North Carolina. Service is great. I mean, I have yet to find anywhere so far anywhere I've traveled. I've traveled through the Piedmont Triad. I've traveled up towards the mountains. I have traveled, you know, a lot of places in North Carolina, and I have yet to really drop signal, but just maybe 1 or 2 times, but never really dropped a phone call. And so I gotta say, Boost Mobile, even though their network coverage may not show very well, I have been very surprised and impressed. Now, the biggest problem with Boost Mobile is their data and their LTE speeds. I find that my voice coverage is much better than my data service is. So hopefully that right there will be something that they will pick up on down the road, make it stronger, more LTE in more places instead of dropping from LTE to 3G to LTE and stuff of that nature. So yeah, that's the new unlimited Unhook'd plan for $50 a month. Definitely check it out if you're a Boost Mobile, and if you want to change carriers, this may be something for you to try out. But always check your coverage maps. Make sure you have good coverage everywhere you go. Now, from there, I want to bring up the new ZTE Warp 7, which has not been released yet, but it has been announced. And, you know, I'm a little disappointed in the Warp 7. I mean, you have Metro PCS that has the new ZTE Z Max Pro. You have Cricket that has the ZTE Grand X Max 2, something like that, which is some really good phones with some really great specs, and is, you know, really some you know, budget mid-tier killers as far as phones go for less than $200. You know, with, you know, the ZTE Z Max Pro on Metro being $100 right now. You know, when I'm comparing right here the Warp Elite versus the Warp 7, I mean, the only real difference is that the Warp 7 has 6.0 Marshmallow, which they could have easily just done a software update on the Warp Elite, giving us a 6.0 update and not having to worry about it. While, of course, the Warp Elite does run 5.1 Lollipop. Both of them have the same 5.5-inch display, the same 720p display, the same pixel PPI at 267. Both of them have the same corner and Gorilla Glass 3. Both of them have the same 13 megapixel camera in the rear, 5 megapixel camera in the front. No different. It's almost exactly to the T. Both of them has 1.2 gigahertz quad-core processor, probably the 410. Both have 2 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of onboard storage. Both of them has expandable storage. The Elite has a 3000 milliamp hour battery that cannot be replaced, while the Warp 7 has a 3080 milliamp hour battery that can be replaced, which is a big deal in my opinion. I like batteries that can be replaced because If the battery goes bad, starts swelling, starts leaking, whatever, if it's in a phone like this here, we can't remove it. It's going to ruin your phone. With a battery that can be replaced, just put the back off, throw the battery away, get a new phone or a new battery, be done with it. Now, what's funny is how they backed up from Bluetooth. Bluetooth 4.1 on the Warp Elite, 4.0 on the Warp 7. So, they're backing up, which is kind of crazy. Now, from what I have seen, the new ZTE Warp 7 is going to have the similar looks of the ZTE Grand X3 on Cricket, which is a really good looking device. I've actually been in Cricket stores, played with the Grand X3. It's a great little phone. It's more roundish, it's more stylish in a way, and it looks really good. But for the same $100 price tag that's on the Warp 7, the Warp Elite was $180 at release, and they're going to release the Warp 7 at $100, which is a good price. Will I pick it up? Most definitely. I'll pick it up. Not sure when, but I'm gonna pick it up as soon as possible. Hopefully, I'm not seeing but just one picture of the phone in the front. Hopefully, maybe in the back it'll have dual cameras. I don't know. I can't guarantee that. I've not seen really any official official everything about the phone. I've just seen some specs that has been floating around everywhere. So $100 for this phone. It'll probably be going for online or in-store promotions and stuff of that nature before too awful long. Once it releases, it'll be $100 for a little while. Then it'll start having upgrade discounts and port over discounts, stuff of that nature, which would be really awesome. But whenever you look at them specs, and the specs are just like the ZTE Warp Elite, it makes you kind of mad for the fact that the ZTE just did not do a software update on the Elite. But it's all about money. It's all about buying new phones, making new phones every year, going out here and spending money to spending $100 for a phone that just has marshmallow and a removable battery. That is pathetic to have to buy a whole new phone just for those minor upgrades. Whenever you have a phone like the ZTE Z Max Pro with a 6-inch display, full 1080, 32 gigabytes of onboard storage, 2 gigabytes of RAM, fingerprint scanner, and all that cool stuff. You have the Grand X Max 2 that's got the dual cameras and a big 6-inch display, 1080, and all that stuff, whatever. It's between $100 and $200. And here Boost Mobile gets another phone that's brand new called the Warp 7, and it's going to have the similar specs of the phone from a year ago. So that's kind of a bummer. But like I said, I'll still get it because I've had my very first Warp phone was ZTE Warp 4G, which I still have. It's a great phone. A little glitchy since the update to 4.4 KitKat that it got, but it's a great phone. Then I got the Warp Elite, and now I'm looking forward to getting the Warp 7. So yeah, that's just some things there that I wanted to make mention of with the Warp 7 and the new Unhook'd plan. Now I do want to go into one more thing here, and like I said, when it comes to Boost Mobile, I hear a lot of people say that Boost Mobile sucks, stuff of that nature. And for the most part, as a long-time customer of Boost Mobile, overall, I am thoroughly satisfied. They probably have a lifetime customer right here with Boost Mobile, unless something really just drastically changes and they just really go downhill bad. Because I like Boost Mobile because of their phones, the prices of their phones. They got some very competitive, good prices on their plans. Their service is good in areas and stuff of that nature. They have very fast LTE speeds and stuff of that nature. The only thing that still needs some work done to it is customer service. But everything else is really on point in my opinion. I'm not dissing any other carrier. If I had to choose another carrier right now, like today, it would be Cricket Wireless. Why? Because they're reliable and they're a good network. And I have been with them. I was with Cricket Wireless before I changed back to Boost Mobile. And Cricket was a good carrier, and I recommend them just about as good as I would Boost Mobile. But that's a different video. Now I do want to go ahead and give you a few in-store deals. Now in-store deals is if you already have service with Boost Mobile, you can go in and get an upgraded price on a phone, on a new phone. If you're coming from a different carrier, you can port in your number and get phones for drastically cheaper. So I'm going to make this quick and fast because I'm already at like 15 minutes long, and I don't want to bore y'all to death on this here. So in-store offers here. You know, you can, I mean, I'm only really gonna mention some of the nicer phones instead of more of the budget phones. If you want to hear about them, let me know in the comment section. I'll make a separate video with the lower end phones and prices. So phones, I would recommend the Kyocera Hydro Reach. That's a good phone in my opinion. It's a low end phone right now. You can get it for $40 in store, upgrade price, or free when you port your number in. The ZTE Warp Sync is $50 in store or free when you do a port in. The LG Tribute 5 at $69.99 in store, upgrade price, or $20 when you switch to Boost Mobile in store. The ZTE Warp Elite is $80 in store upgrade, or $30 when you switch to Boost Mobile in store. Great deal. This is the phone right here. I gave you the specs earlier. And for $80 in store upgrade, or even $30 whenever you port over, you can't go wrong. LG Stylo 2 is $130 in store, or $80 when you switch to Boost Mobile in store. Now sometimes if you look around at other like Best Buy, Walmart right now has a Stylo 2 online for $100 period out the door. So just give me that idea. iPhone 5S is $150 in store. Upgrade, or $100 when you switch to Boost by port your number in. The Boost Max Plus by ZTE is $150 in store, or $100 whenever you port your number over. Galaxy S5 and 6, they really go up from there, like $400, stuff of that nature, and that's just a lot of money, so I'm not going to mention them. But like I say, if you got any questions or comments about anything that I've mentioned about Boost Mobile, let me know in the comment section, because I want to be a help to y'all if y'all were looking for another carrier, another phone. I've had a lot of Boost Mobile phones in my time, and I want to try to give you the best honest opinion of what I think of the phone, if you ask me a question about a phone. Now I am more into Boost Mobile. I know more about Boost Mobile than say Metro, T-Mobile, Straight Talk, Verizon. I don't, them carriers there, I'm really not as much into. I do mess around with Cricket Wireless a little bit here and there. Check their phones out, their service out, stuff of that nature. So yeah, this was longer than I wanted it to be. But that's just my opinion on Boost Mobile and some Boost Mobile news, with their Warp 7 and their new Unhook'd plan. And it's just a really good deal. And I would really recommend Boost Mobile 110%, because I like their service, and in my area it's just really nice, really good, without having really any major issues. So any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I'll get back with you as soon as possible. If this was informative in any way, hit that like button. I sure would appreciate it, and also hit that subscribe button. Really helped me out a whole lot. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and stay tuned for further videos.